Hello, my name is Brian and welcome to Overland Calling. Are you looking for a small portable power station or maybe a 100-watt solar panel? Well, if you are, hey, came to the right spot. These may be of interest to you. Today we're going to be looking at the Allpowers R600 beige power station and the 100-watt SP27 Allpowers solar panel. Full disclosure, they sent these items to me and asked me to make a video with what I thought of the products. Everything in this video is going to be my own opinion, and if you're interested in purchasing, there will be a link in the video description along with a 10% off site-wide Allpowers discount. Okay, bottom line up front, what do I think of the Allpowers R600 beige power station? Well, it's not bad. It's very similar to a lot of the other small power stations that I've seen out there on the market. Probably the biggest thing that set it apart is that it's much more affordable than a lot of the other brands out there that I've seen. We're going to dig in on full detail, but I wanted to give you that up front. Now, the SP27 Allpowers 100-watt solar panel, oh, I absolutely freaking love this thing. Super easy to use, comes with a whole bunch of different power adapters, light as light can be, and this thing has some of the best wattage output that I've seen in any of my solar panels. All right, if you didn't hear anything that piqued your interest, it's time to bail. I hadn't heard of the Allpowers brand before they reached out to me, and to be honest, I almost deleted the email. What saved me from deleting it was checking the reviews. The power station had some good reviews, and the people with issues mentioned good customer service. So I decided to give them a shot. I have several other big-name power stations, and the R600 beige feels about the same build quality, but it comes with a better price tag. The power station arrived packaged very well. The printed manual was also a welcome bonus. It has a 299 watt-hour capacity. Now, for beginners out there that aren't quite sure, how to, think of watts and watt-hours and amp-hours and all that stuff, let me give you a quick breakdown on watt-hours and watts. This jug's our power station. It holds 299 watts. That's our blue water. So anything that you plug into this, those watts are going to start coming out. And as it's drawing power, those watts are just going to keep going down and down and down. The more watts a device is pulling, the bigger the hole and the quicker it drains out. Electrical devices are usually rated with how many watts they pull, and that number is watts per hour. The more device pulls, the bigger the hole is. For example, my Starlink Mini draws around 25 watts, so this power station can power it for almost 12 hours. Now, 300 watts might seem like a lot, but let me tell you, it goes a lot faster than you think. All right, let's go over the specs, and then, just like every other power station video, I'm gonna plug as much crap into it as I can. I don't know what that proves, but we'll go over some useful information along the way. Just so you know, I'm not a total backyard commando. I did take this for some work on the beach the other day, so you'll see some bridge shots of me using it in an actual environment where I needed a power station instead of my illustrious backyard. You got your power right there. Press, hold it down, and it turns on. It's got an inverter. I can turn on the power to it. It's got two plugs, 600 watt capacity each, 1200 max, as well as a 12 volt, 10 amp plug right up here. And you got a light, does low, high, and SOS mode. It can be operated from Bluetooth, and if you want to turn that Bluetooth on, there's a sticker here with the instructions. Pretty simple. You just press and hold it down. It is a bit of a pain to connect every time because it doesn't remember that it's there, but other than that, it worked pretty well, and the ability to turn off different power options remotely is super nice. For example, if you forget to turn something off and you're already all cocooned up in your sleeping bag in your tent. Now, this same button is also used to turn on the DC power. You'll see these lights light up. It's got two USB-C 100 watt that is able to power a Starlink and a computer, whatever you want to. And it's got these two USB-A ports here. They have quick charge capability. The display, it's not very clear right now, but it shows you the percentage, shows you what's turned on. It shows you how many watts you have coming in, how many watts you have coming out, and a calculation of how long at the current power draw it'll remain charged. It is also going to have wireless charging available up here. To turn it off, you press and hold the power button. Let's talk about power in. So this is where you're going to plug your solar. It's also where you can do 12-volt charging. If you run it all the way down, you'll need to push this AC override reset button to get it to charge back up. And then this is where your power cord's going to go in for AC charging. When I charged it, it does charge at about 300 watts per hour. But one thing to keep in mind, once it starts getting close to be topped off, it is going to cut that down. It took it about an hour and a half for it to fully charge from dead zero. Now, whenever I hit the road, I usually go out for anywhere from a week to a couple months at a time. And this is not going to be enough power station for me. 299 watt hours isn't just nearly enough for all the junk I got to plug in. But I've already got a custom power station. Basically, I bought a big giant battery that powers everything in my Jeep. What I use something like this for is I'll plug this into my main power system and kind of use it like a super fancy extension cord, because it gives me 2 AC outlets, which I don't have an inverter on my custom power system. And it gives me all the plugs, availability, Bluetooth control, wireless charging. Because I'm not talented enough to make something like this in this small of a case. Now for the SP27 Allpowers solar panel, 100 watts. Let's take a look at this bad boy. I love how light it is, but be careful when you're storing or transporting it because there's not a lot of protection from things banging into it. The panel uses MC4 connectors and comes with different adapters other than the XT60 plug that you need for the R600 power station. I was even able to find one to fit my Goal Zero power station. In my testing, it was able to provide 80 watts in full sun during the winter when a solar panel usually performs at its worst because the sun is so low in the sky. This is much better than all 5 of the other solar panels I have. Short and sweet on this thing. I love it. Here are the specs for the solar panel in case you want to check compatibility with something other than the R600. I hope this video helped you out. And if you have any questions that I didn't answer in this video, feel free to let me know in the comments. Again, if you're interested in purchasing, there's a link in the description and a 10% site-wide discount code for the Allpowers website. Oh, I did forget one item. So it's got a pretty decent warranty on this thing. So you got 1 month where they'll pay for returns and then a 5-year limited warranty. Heads up though, you have to pay the shipping on that part. That's a wrap. Till next time, enjoy the ride.